Good afternoon, this is Jeremy with Williams Sewer Line Inspectors here at 11730 L Ciro Lane in Studio City, performing a video examination of the main sewer line. We'll be entering into the line today through the main sewer line cleanout located in the front yard area. It's in the planter, the main power there, front entry doors that way, garage there, and the streets out below us. So as we drop down, we head towards the driveway direction. Looks like we're to a slight left turn. The main sewer line here is a material called vitrified clay. Vitrified clay is a very common piping material for sewer lines, and it's considered a good material primarily for the fact that it does not rust or corrode over time. As it's not naturally decaying, it has a potential for a nearly unlimited lifespan. There are two main causes for issue within clay piping. First, it's not a flexible material, and while I wouldn't categorize it as being overly fragile, it is one of the more susceptible pipes to seismic damage. The other and the more common issue in clay piping is it's one of two materials that can allow for roots to intrude into the joints of the piping. Now, roots, while they're very common and typical, do require a regular maintenance routine be adopted to cut them out of the line, usually on about a yearly basis. Failure to properly maintain roots in clay piping can result in the roots eventually damaging or blocking the pipe. Right here, the pipe has got a rather large break in it. The screen there. I don't know if you're going to be able to get the camera to move down the line. We did. So it hasn't completely collapsed, but it's, I'd say, probably about halfway, 3/4 of the way into the collapsing. We'll be locating where that is. Again here, pretty decent sized break in the pipe. We've seen a couple since that first one, actually. So what we'll probably be doing at this point is locating the stretch here, some cracking as well. Some heavier roots here, and then again the joint is cracked. More cracking there. In there. Thicker roots there, and you can see the crack as well. And again there. So unfortunately, since that one location, we started to see cracking and up there. There as well. And then you can see it's starting to separate there, it looks like. Seeing on the left is cracked. Right here we're making a pretty steep vertical drop down, and then we're going back to horizontal. And then right here is our transition from 4 to 6 inch. This 6-inch in diameter pipe is referred as the lateral portion of the sewer line. It's the portion that goes typically from property line to the center of the street, which is the city sewer tie-in, which should be pretty quickly here. Here's a great example. They're coming in right at the joint. There's no cracking in the joint. Still looks solid. That is a perfect example of just a maintenance concern. So while it's not an issue that you warrant any type of repair, here we're dropping into the actual city sewer, which we're actually in right there, it looks like. Yeah, right in here we are in the city sewer. So we're kind of turning into that's the city sewer tie-in there. So the lateral portion of the line, which is by far the most expensive portion, typically actually appears to be doing okay, which is good. So we're going to go ahead and locate basically the end of the, up to the 6-inch lateral, which is about where the last crack we saw was right before the two, that transition from 4 to 6 inch in diameter piping. It's right in here. Might have even been at the top of the vertical. The vertical might have looked just fine. Actually, it does look just fine, so it's really right there is that last crack. So we're going to locate this spot. We'll locate that first issue that we saw, where it was probably the most significant damage we've seen so far. And we'll be recommending the replacement of the sewer line between those 2 points. Refer to the written report for their location, pipe depth, other pertinent information. We'll also visually point them out to you so you see where they're at. And that is going to conclude the video portion of this examination. Do refer to the written report for all of the final findings and recommendations, as there will be some maintenance recommendations in the report as well. Again, this is Jeremy with Williams Sewer Line Inspectors. Thank you very much, and have a great day.